we'll save it all. But yeah, no, Critters, it's like Gremlins sort of, but it's different enough that it's not a complete rip-off. There's more shameful rip-offs for sure, and this one was good enough to get sequels. Like I said, there's 4 of these, which is crazy. The first one's the only actually kind of good one, and it's debatably not even a good movie. I think it's a good movie because it's this B-movie style, and they do it pretty well. The effects are decent, they're trying, everyone's like acting their best, people are putting it into this movie. The effects are pretty good, the puppets and everything. Yeah, I really like the puppets. The creature design's pretty good. So they're called critters, sorta, but they're really called Krites, is their alien name. So the movie starts out in an alien prison on an asteroid, and these Krites or critters or whatever escape the alien jail, and then they steal a spaceship. I think they kill an alien guard on the way out or something, and they escape, and then they send these 2 bounty hunters to try to stop the Krites, or I think to just kill them is the whole point. I don't think they're capturing them and bringing them back. I think they're just killing them. I'm trying to remember. I think that's right, but I could be wrong. I was focused more on the puppetry and like the effects and stuff. But the plot is basically that the Krites are escaping. They go to Earth, of course, because it's the only planet that's within this distance where they'll run out of fuel if they go farther. So they gotta go to Earth, crash land on Earth. Of course, and these bounty hunters are chasing them, and they look kind of cool. They're like green sort of goo people, but then they transform when they look at a person, so they can like take any form, I guess. It's kind of cool. I need to muzzle myself tonight, drunk and stoned, and PMSing, and my house is too hot to sustain life. Self-moderating as well as I can, but I get blurty. Hey, that's okay. We're all friends here at Boston Pizza, and it's the last movie review Mondays, so let's get loose, let's get rowdy, let's talk about Critters. And oh yeah, I asked you, but maybe you got cut off or something, or maybe you just don't want it, which is fine. But Stevie, do you want to talk about Critters? You gave me this DVD. Leaves sucks. Leaves suck. But no pressure, as always. But where was I? The guys that look at another human on TV or in reality, and then they can make themselves look like that person. That was kind of cool. The one guy, and you can kind of see why they did this, but there's a video, this music video, they're like looking at TV, Earth television or whatever, and they're flipping through the channels, and then they find this song that obviously they got this song and they want it to be like a big tie-in with the movie. I don't know if this was a real band or what, but it was like, I forget what it was called, but they kept, one of the other characters, like the kid, is a fan of this song too later. The song comes in throughout the movie, but he makes himself look like this lead singer in this band in the music video. The one green goo guy, and then the other green goo guy is like, I don't know what to do yet, so he waits until there's a dead police officer that was killed by one of the critters, and this is a question that was kind of weird. When the guy turned into the pop singer or the rock singer, he immediately was able to transform into him when he's just looking at the TV. But then when this guy's actually looking at the real guy on the ground, dead, maybe it has something to do with him being dead? I don't know, it was weird and not explained at all, though. It took him a little longer, like he was like a half dead version or something, like he looked like a weirder version of the guy that he was turned into, and then he eventually turned into a full version. It like took him a little longer to transform or something. It was weird. But I was a little confused by that. but that's a minor note. This movie was still pretty good. Like, it's not excellent, but it's still a B movie, but it's pretty solid. It's a pretty solid B movie, and they tried, and it's entertaining throughout. They did what they wanted to do. They made a cheap horror movie. Anyway, boop boop boop. I haven't watched in quite some time. Thought you'd get more out of it than me. I watched it. I forgot too, but I still had fun watching it. But I watched it probably like 2 or 3 years ago. That's not. I guess that's kind of a while ago. But no, yeah, good movie. I think I watched it with Hugh a little while ago. I remember watching it as a kid though too. And well, there's Critters 2 has Leonardo DiCaprio in it. I think that's his first movie. That Goo guy was Hugh. That Hugh guy was Goo. What? Okay. Just making sure I'm up to date with all the redemptions, and I think we're okay. But yeah, Critters. What else to say about Critters? The acting's decent. There's like the kid and the daughter keep having fights. Oh boy, this is just gonna be constant crashing all night, is it? Hello, is it working still? Would it be boop boop? Boop. Crashing all night, is it? Hello. I think it's okay. It came back from me. Yeah, I don't know. I hope I don't know why the internet is it's been so terrible lately. But it has been. Anyways, back to this movie, Critters. I didn't look it up on Wikipedia. I usually do that. It probably made a bunch of money because they made, or like at least a decent amount, because it got a bunch of sequels. But I wonder how much. It was still a low budget movie. It probably didn't have a full release. Maybe though. 1986 was the year. Science fiction, comedy, horror. Yeah, there's definitely comedy in it. But you know, there's some shit generally like maybe jump some of the scares and stuff. So yeah, I don't know if I'd show this to like really young kids, but I feel like my dad did show this to me when I was really young, and it was fine. So maybe it's fine. It all depends, right? Anyways, let's keep it moving. What does it say for budget? $3 million budget, relatively low for, for the standard movie budget. But it made $13.2 million. So that's another reason why you make money's low. So it's better chance of getting a higher return. That's why, call me crazy, I think it's a better investment to take if you have, say you have $25 million and you're like, I want to make a movie or something, I'm going to take $25 million and put it into one movie, and it's going to be really good. Not necessarily. So what I would do is you take each million from the 25 million, give it to a different starving director and be like, make me a low budget film, and then boom, maybe one of them would become a hit. That's what you do. That's what I'd want to do if I had that much money. It would be interesting to see anyway. Okay. This movie is good. I'm trying to think of plot elements I'm leaving out. I'm just quickly gonna blow my nose. I've had some allergies today, my goodness. Oh. Okay. Redeem blow nose. Oh no. Don't crash. Don't crash, please. Hello. 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 It's working. Okay. Back to stuff. So Critters, I enjoy this movie. It's like a fun, sort of Gremlins alternative. But yes, it's different from Gremlins. These are space creatures, not just mysterious animals, I guess, is where the Moglins, I think, or maybe I'm getting that wrong, but the creature that the Gremlins turn into from, for lack of a better expression. But yeah, this movie, yeah, not so bad. So what else does the Wikipedia say? Yeah, I guess it takes place in Kansas, specifically, those bounty hunters. And there's there's the family and the bounty hunters, and then there's like the cops. And there's I guess quite a few extras. Like this had a decent budget for a low budget movie. Like I was saying, $3 million isn't too bad. But we got a lot to talk about. I might just wrap up this review because it's pretty. I don't know. It's pretty good. I don't have much to say about it. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I laughed out loud. I'm trying to think of out of what. I can't think of anything, but it's funny. If you like puppets and gore, check it out. I think I'm gonna give it a rating now, cause I'm running out of stuff. Oh yeah, there's one more thing I want to add. There's a cop character, and he's nice. He's a nice guy. I hate when they kill nice guys and stuff. You're like, oh, but I guess that's the point. You're like, you want to feel for the characters. And then they die. Anyway, that wasn't even much of a thing, but that was something. Let's move on. 6.8, that's what you think. I'm close to that, but it's slightly different. Here we go. So that's Critters, that's 7 out of 10. I like Critters. I liked it generally. Anyway. Yeah. Next movie. Split the Weird Al scale right there, yes. For people that don't know, I rated the Weird Al show, specifically the Weird Al show. I rated it 6.9 out of 10. So yeah, that's what Stevie's referring to. But hey, close enough, right? Anyway, close enough. I really like this show, and no one's talking about it, so I'm going to talk about it. It's on Netflix, it's an animated series, and it's actually, funny. It's one of the better Netflix original animated series that I've seen. And yeah, I'm going there. They're pretty different, but I'm still going to say it. I think I might even like this more than BoJack Horseman. And some people don't like it, but I kind of like BoJack Horseman. But I even like this more. Like, it's actually, I was laughing pretty hard at it, actually. It catches you off guard with really outlandish humor. Every episode is something completely unbelievable happens, and it takes advantage of the cartoon medium. But the basic premise, and I reviewed this before, actually, I'm pretty sure. But this is a new season, so new review. That's how it goes here. But I'm going to look it up on Wikipedia. Close enough. Wikipedia. But yeah, it's like the main characters of the family. So there's the dad, Josh, and the mom, Emily, and then they have the kid. Oh, what's the kid's name? I forget the kid's name. But Wikipedia will tell me. And then there's the roommate. They have roommates because they still have student loans and stuff. It's like a realistic at the same time as being really unrealistic cartoon, which I like. they talk about real problems really well, mixed with comedy, and they do it, and it's still really funny. Sometimes the mix of that isn't doesn't keep you laughing throughout, and this does. I really like this show. Um, so, oh yeah, this was made by the same people who did Regular Show, I guess. And does that mean that, because they're the same people who do Regular Show do Adventure Time? So does that mean they're all in cahoots? Yeah. Maybe. Badum, badum. Okay. Anyways, close enough. What does this say? It's an adult animated sitcom. It is adult. It's pretty dirty. Created by J.G. Quintel for HBO Max originally. And then, yeah, now it's on Netflix. The series was created for TBS in 2017, or maybe it's not a Netflix original series. Maybe it's just on Netflix. But sometimes they switch into Netflix series. I'm not sure. Oh well, it's okay. It's not that important. TBS. It was originally the series was created for TBS, but was shelved. Okay, so this show was like old. So it was like in 2017. It was made. Like the first season, I guess, but then it was shelved. And then they released it in 2020. It's still relevant. And the one actor is in everything. The guy who plays Alex, one of the roommates that's just living with the family. So it's a divorced couple, which is kind of another funny dynamic. They are living together all in this one house. And then there's a landlord that's cool too. She's a retired black cop with a yokel sort of son. It's a good dynamic too. The characters are all interesting. No, I like this show. I think more people should give it a chance. Check it out on Netflix. Like I said, it actually makes me laugh. So let's talk about the characters. Holy shit, it's Joe Snow. I'm sorry. Buddha, 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 rockin' everywhere. Buddha, 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 rockin' everywhere. Rockin' everywhere, rockin' everywhere. Found you, Miss New Joey. That's right. Come on down and blow me. Okay, that got real dirty real quick. I'm sorry. Please don't be offended, anybody. Much love and respect. All jokes. Booty, booty, booty. Yeah, okay, we get it. I said those things. How's it going, Joe Snow? Welcome. I'll shout you out. What's up? What's up, my friend? Welcome to the party. This is the last one. It says it on the title. So you were probably aware, but, you know, here we go. Well, yeah, those are the characters. Here we go. So, yeah, close enough. He's sort of like a hipster. He works on basically the Geek Squad, but they call it the Plugger Inners. Is kind of funny. It just like that's kind of what they do, I guess, mostly anyway. They like hook up TVs and stuff. But he's also, and that's a good point, that these people, they're settling for these jobs, these parents, and I think that's obviously something that a lot of people have had to do. So Josh's passion is video games, and there's some cool episodes where he's like working on video games and stuff. I remember one from the first season where he made a game called Ladder World. It was funny. But this show is cool because I like that they're in 2 bite-sized chunks. There's 2 stories, and you don't have to watch it in sequence. A lot of cartoon shows, you have to watch it, like, each one after another to get what's going on nowadays. And I like the format of just, it doesn't matter. It's all resolved at the end, and then there's a new episode. I like that format. But there's 2 different stories, too, so it's even smaller bite-sized chunks, which I think makes it even more palatable. I like that too. But yeah, there's not maybe there's like a few moments where it goes a little too crazy, debatably, but there's not that much that I hate about it. It's not perfect show, and I don't know. I don't know if I love it, but I really liked it. I really liked it. And I would recommend. But I will blow you so hard. Oh my goodness. Come on down to Canada, I guess. That's where you gotta come to do that. Oh, I'm not even meaning to sound dirty. The words are just coming out of my mouth. Okay, we gotta keep going. This is close enough, right? Yeah, close enough. So the show's good, and the other characters I didn't talk about. So that was Josh, the guy who works at basically the Geek Squad, and his passion is video game designing. And then Emily is Josh's wife, and so her job is assistant for a food corporation, which I didn't really realize, I guess. They probably made it more clear in the first season, but I kind of forgot about it. And they have like a couple scenes with her at her job in this season, but there's not that much. And another thing I like about this show is that not every story is about who you would maybe say are the main characters, which is a family. Josh, Emily, and the kid Candace. They're sort of like the three, but then Alex and Bridget, the divorced couple, and then the landlord and her son. They're all pretty important too, and they all have their own stories. That sometimes there'll just be a whole episode just about the landlord, or and I like that. Or whole story, if I said episode. Anyway, what else we got here for characters? Sorry, my son had my phone. Oh no. Okay. Well, you know what? Everything is gonna be okay. I'm kind of thirsty. How are you doing though? How is everybody? What's up? This is the last Movie Review Monday. It's a big deal. I'm going back to work. I'm a normie. Boo me. Here we go. Fluid. Okay. But yeah, no, I think this show's, like, no one's talking about it. I think you should watch it. It's good. Made me laugh genuinely pretty hard. And I'm surprised I haven't heard anyone talk about it. But yeah, not so bad. Emily, like I said, is the wife to Josh. She's she works at that food corporation or whatever, but she also, her passion, oh, it's singing. That's right. It's being a comedy musician, which I can relate to. Her and Bridget, actually, one part of the divorced couple. They're a comedy duo, and there's some funny bits with that, actually. They're kind of bad, but that's why they're funny, parody songs. There's an episode with Weird Al, actually, I think, and I wonder if it's actually his voice, I forget, but Weird Al is in an episode, whether it be, I feel like it was his voice. I think it sounded like him, but they were acting like he's like the god of comedy music, and kind of, he's debatably the best known comedy musician in the world. Holy fuck, thank you for the pride flag, biddies. I'm assuming it's 69. That's usually your style. Yes. Yes, thank you. I gotta go sponge bathe my elderly neighbors for weed money. Okay, you do what you gotta do, Joe Snow. Take it easy, my friend. Thanks for dropping in at all. Love you and thanks for the bits, man. Keep it easy, or that's not a saying, but you know what I mean. Keep it steezy. That's sort of a thing. Okay. All right. Moving on though. This show, like I said, it's pretty good. I'm still talking about the characters, but you know the comedy music, the music stuff's pretty funny. And there's an episode. They have a song called "Men Rock," but it's ironic and it's like sort of showing why men are often like dicks and stuff. But then that song gets popular in this nation of Cromania, which is I'm assuming a combination of Romania and Croatia, but basically in this country they only like the song because they think they're being serious. They don't think they don't see that it's a parody. Um, so yeah, it's they try to get out of that country because they realize that they're treating the women badly. But it's a well done episode, I thought, and no, I like that that's their passion is comedy music. Obviously I can relate. Candace, the daughter character, she's funny too. There's not much to say about her. She's kind of wild and rambunctious, I guess. Gets into a lot of shenanigans, I suppose. She struggles with schoolwork. That's what Wikipedia says. That's true. Alex Dorpenberger. Okay, let's talk about him because he's the male counterpart of the divorced couple, and he is voiced by that guy that's in everything now. He's Derek in Good Place. He's Pimento in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He's Jay in Big Mouth. He is so many different, like in popular shows too. So good for him. You know. But he's nailing it, and his. I don't know if the other characters look like their voice actors because I don't know what the other voice actors look like, but oh boy, did they make his cartoon look like him. But yeah, no, this show's good. I'm gonna keep it hard, not easy. Hey, you do you, my friend. That works for me. Have fun, enjoy. Goodbye. You're probably gone now, but that's okay. Anyways, where are we at? Yoshida, Bridget. Bridget is I guess her job. Is her job really social influencer? It is her job. She's always on her phone. I guess it's because she's a social media influencer, like pretty Japanese girly girl, just always on her phone. That's like her main characteristic. And there's good commentary on that kind of stuff. And like I said, the show always goes often the supernatural, not always, but it always goes really crazy with the narrative, not with the narrative, with the way they tell the narrative. Usually it's just something crazy happens. Like there's an episode where Josh is trying to get fit so he can lift his daughter without hurting his back, but then he ends up becoming so obsessed with going to the gym, he becomes a monster, and he literally becomes like this beefy muscle monster. So, you know, you get what I mean. It's things like that. They use extremes to make points, and I like that, and they do a good job of it. But yeah, I don't know if there's much else to say about this. G-Bergs, I don't know if you're still here. I'm gonna start talking about stuff soon that you might want to talk about with me. We'll see. I don't know who's still here, but whoever is here, thank you for hanging. Oh well, let's keep it moving. This is the last Movie Review Monday. I think I've talked enough about this show. I like this show. I look forward to more seasons. I hope it doesn't get canceled because no one's watching it. I feel like it might, because I just don't hear anyone talking about it. But I like it. I'd like to see more of it. Let's rate it. Here we go. 8 out of 10 Dougs. Okay, yeah. You know, I quite like. I thought it was like it's pretty good. We'll see where it goes, but for now it's quite funny. Anyway, moving on. Next thing. Where are we at? Phantom of the Paradise. Okay, here we go. So I'd seen this before, but yeah, it had been like a year or 2 or 3, and yeah, I like this movie. Let's talk about this movie though. How it, not how it got made, but how it got a following. And oh my goodness, I gotta blow my nose. Oh, it's so itchy. Oh god. Oh. Oh no. Don't freeze on me. Hello? Hey. Ho. Hi. Ho. Hi. Ho. Hi. Ho. Hello? Hey. What up? Okay. Phantom of the Paradise. Let's talk about it. So this movie's really big in Winnipeg, but not many other places. It's sort of like a Rocky Horror Picture Show kind of thing, but it just didn't get as big as that. And yeah, I like this movie. I hadn't heard of it before, like 5 years ago or whatever, but it's good. And I enjoyed watching it for the second time. Even I'll talk about the basic plot, but it's and I don't even know Phantom of the Opera that well, so I don't know how close it is. I guess I know this a little bit better, but so I'll just talk about the plot of this. But it's loosely based, or quite based maybe, but it's based off of anyway the Phantom of the Opera. But so let's talk about the plot of this movie. So we have the villain, which is, you don't see his face, but you hear his voice, and I think you see his hand at the beginning. Swan is this music producer for Death Records. Death Records. And he is evil. We find out later, and spoilers, I guess. But, you know, it's sort of like maybe a little later than the middle of the film, but he did a deal with the devil. You kind of suspect that there's something up with him, though. He did a deal with the devil, and he signed his name in blood so he can live forever. But he's evil, and he's trying to get. There's this guy who wrote all these songs, and he's playing the piano. This Swan is super powerful. He owns all these clubs and stuff, or music venues or whatever. And the song starts off, or the movie starts off with this band called the Juicy Fruits playing a song. It's sort of like doo-wop, and I actually quite like that style. Like fast, like wow, sort of like Beach Boys kind of stuff. And you know, it's good. And then you hear him talking to his main henchman, Fieldman, Swan talking to Fieldman. And they talk about how, I think the person who wrote these songs, they like got rid of her, or they're gonna get rid of her or something, and maybe they do that off screen. Although they definitely do it off screen if it happens. But she was becoming a problem, so they got rid of her. But then they let the Juicy Fruits like play her songs that she wrote. And that is sort of foreshadowing what's to come with the main character, I would say, who becomes the Phantom of the Paradise. Again, spoilers, I guess, but you kind of guess it. You feel that this guy's going to be the Phantom. But he's playing the song that Swan hears, and he's like, ooh, I like that. but let's, you know, let's kill him and take his songs. Well, first they just take his songs, and then cast him to someone else, or they like give him to someone else to sing. So there's that was one thing that was weird, where when he went, and you'd think that they would just like kill him to try to get rid of him and then take his music, but they just let him like run amok in society. Like, you think he could sue him or something, but yeah, he ends up getting all deformed. Honestly, I forget exactly how, but he fucks up his face. But it's not like you think it would be, because I remember it not being because of. I think he does it himself by accident, just kind of silly. It's not the people who are. It's not Swan who's trying to get rid of him. You think that they do that, but no, he ends up becoming the Phantom, and the Paradise is the name of this club that's opening up or whatever, and that's what he says. I want this music to open up the paradise, and yeah, so he starts like fucking with shit, and like throwing off bombs and fucking with production basically. So, and then they just sort of like start talking, and he finds them. He doesn't like try to like get his men to stop him or kill him or anything. He just sort of like starts talking. So there's things in this movie that are a little weird, but you just sort of let it slide. It's coherent enough, like you get the story. It's just a movie from the 70s. If you know, if you're not aware, but no, I like this movie. It's pretty good. Let's just look it up on Wikipedia here. Phantom of the Paradise. Yeah, and I laughed aloud quite a bit. I'll talk about my favorite part / character soon of the movie. But yeah, no, that's the basic plot. It's like Phantom of the Opera, and I guess that's sort of what Phantom of the Opera is. He's like haunting and fucking with production of the opera, and this Phantom so it's like a rock and roll version basically of Phantom of the Opera, I guess. And yeah, I like the songs in this. I don't think the songs are quite as good as Rocky Horror Picture Show, which is what people often compare this to. But and maybe why it didn't take off quite as much. But some of the songs are on the level of Rocky Horror Picture Show, I'd say. But some just fall a little flat. And with Rocky Horror Picture Show, everyone is a banger. So that makes it just a little bit better. In my eyes, anyway. If you like this one more, that is allowed. But yeah, this is a 1974 American rock, musical, horror, comedy film, written by and directed by Brian De Palma, and scored by and starring Paul Williams. Okay. What else was I gonna say about this movie? But yeah, so they get an agreement, Swan and the Phantom, and the Phantom's writing the music. He's writing it for him. That's the deal. And basically, he only wants this Phoenix. The Phantom only wants this girl, called Phoenix, because her voice is perfect for this music, I guess. So he wants her to sing on his music. But I guess Swan has other ideas. But he pretends and says, yeah, we'll give it to her. But then later, and this is leading to my favorite part, he wants to get someone else called Beef. He's like, I want a heavy sound. And there's actually a cool sequence. There's some cool shit in this movie. There's like this crazy montage, and they have like music playing over top of the... And those effects would have been hard to do in the 70s. It's like the music is actually coming over the screen, like the written theory of the music, and there's like a record. Some of that shit is cool, but there's some stuff that's done weird. Like there's a podium at one point with Death Records on it, the logo, but it's put on there. It's like someone animated on there, and it's like twitching a little bit, and it's like, why wouldn't you just put up a sign that says Death Records? How hard would that be? So that there's like little decisions like that I was a little confused by. But back to there's another cool scene where, like I was saying, he's trying to pick who will sing the Phantom songs. Swan's trying to decide, and there's all these different artists, and he lands on Beef. Oh man, Beef! I would watch a whole movie of this guy. This guy was very entertaining. I took a time out. Hey, that's okay. I hope your connection is better now. It seems to be doing okay. Every once in a while there's a little scare. But yeah, there was 2 crashes toward the beginning, which is super annoying. Sort of threw off the rhythm there for a little bit. But I think we're getting back. Woot woot. You know. And I don't know if G-Birds is here, but we're gonna be reviewing stuff soon. I am cursed though. I feel like we're all cursed in a way. Very superstitious. Anyway, Phantom, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, Beef. Can we talk about Beef? Beef, the character, my favorite character in this film. My god, did Beef get me laughing in this. So Beef is this rock singer, I guess. And Beef is a effeminate, sort of like glam rock guy, and he's just so over the top, and the singing is so bad, but it's so funny. SLXM Reaper. What up, buddy? I'll shout you out. I've met your dad, you're cursed. There you go, I'll accept that. But yeah, no, so like I said, Swan picks Beef to be the singer of this music, and like I said, Phantom doesn't want anybody else to be singing it. But yeah, I would watch a whole movie of this Beef guy, because fuck, it made me laugh so hard. And he's not in it enough. He's in it like I don't know, 20, how many I don't know how much actual screen time he has. If I had to guess, like 10, 11 minutes total, 12 minutes total, maybe 15 max. Not enough, in my opinion. But no, the point is I like Beef. I would watch a whole movie with him. He's funny. Just over the top shit. Very funny. Beef, and it's just fun to say Beef, and all the fans going Beef, 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 and we want Beef. It's just, I like that. I can't help it. I like that. But yeah, obviously Beef gets threatened in the shower, and Beef is scared and tries to run away. Yeah, Beef's threatened by the Phantom because he's like, you can't sing it, only fucking Phoenix can sing my shit. But he tries to leave, but Philbin, the one henchman, makes him come back and perform, and convinces him sort of, although he's skeptical, he still agrees, even though he was threatened. I would still be like, hey, no, I'm finding a way out of here. I'm getting out of here still. I would still be too afraid to do it, I think. We want Beef. So courage to Beef. But at the same time, spoilers, I guess. Beef dies. I'm sorry. I was sad about it. I didn't want Beef to go. I like Beef. It wasn't Beef's fault, that they picked him to do it. He's just he's trying to make the gigs, get the gigs, man. He's trying to make money as a musician. Anyway, I sympathize with Beef. Look. Do they cannibalize Beef? Do they eat him? I don't think they eat him. But if you mean that in real life, I think I've seen it. I don't approve of that, by the way. I don't like that. When they give there's TikToks of that you see, feeding a cow a cheeseburger. I don't like that. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about right now. Phantom of the Paradise is good. Honestly, who is the guy? Is Brian De Palma the guy that's Satan? No, wait, no, he's wrote and directed. Who's the cast? Let's look at the cast. Who is Swan? Garrett Graham is Beef. I liked him. Paul Williams. Okay, so Paul Williams. Yeah, okay. He scored it, so he did the music. And that's why. And, he's basically He's almost a little person. He's like that Danny DeVito range. I feel like where you're not quite, but you're close. So it's just it's just kind of fun to see him standing next to all these people. Like it doesn't matter anything. It's just interesting. I liked, and he was good in it. He was good as the villain. The music, like I said, was pretty good. I didn't love every song, but I liked all the fast ones. And I liked some of the slow ones, but some of them just seemed like the melody was a little lost at times. But no, I like this movie generally. We want be 410. He's pretty short. Stop looking at me, Swan. That's how you get mad cow? Do you want mad cow? No, I don't. I really don't. I like petite men's. Fair enough. You know exactly. You know, whatever you're into, right? Whatever you're into, it doesn't matter. Danny DeVito, where are you at? I guess he's not petite because he's like a little wide. Maybe, I think he's still a little larger, which again is allowed. But I'm just saying, is that the definition of petite? I'm just wondering if he would still classify. No disrespect to the man. I have great respect for Danny DeVito. If there's any doubt. But yeah, The Phantom. Oh yeah, so it's based on a few different things, right? The picture of Dorian Gray, because there's an element of that. Swan has it's film in this one. In Dorian Gray, it's a painting that if you look at it, then you die. You age forever unless you look at this painting. I mean, you know what I mean. You last forever and you don't die, if you just don't look at the painting or in the film. But in this, it's a little different. He has to look at it every day. I think in Dorian Gray, you just don't look at it at all. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but that's to my understanding. But yeah, and obviously the Phantom of the Opera. And Faust too, yes. Which is about selling your soul to the devil for fame or something like that. And yeah, again, if I'm wrong, correct me. More like Daddy DeVito, I like it. Have another one, Doug. Weed? You gotta put it in. That one got me really high, that one hoot. You last forever. Hey-oh. Looking at a painting and I can't jizz. Yeah, you get it. LOL, what? Looking at a paint. Wait, no, what? I don't know. I actually don't know if I get it. Maybe, I don't know. But moving on. No, don't crash. Machine. Oscar Wilde, what's up? Oh right. Oh no. No, I think we're okay. If you're saying oh no about the crashing. You look at the painting and you last forever. Yeah. Oh, is that how it works? Okay, you're back. Yeah, it went away for me too for a little bit. But yeah, he has to look at the film in this one, Swan. And with Faust, it's the story of selling your soul for the devil. I think that might be the original one. I don't really know. There's a lot of them now, obviously. What if paintings make me jizz, though? Exactly. See, there's that school of thought as well. Think about it. Think about that, G. Bergs. And I look like Danny DeVito. Then there's nothing wrong with looking like Danny DeVito, like I've addressed. He's a fine-looking fellow, in my opinion. And one of my favorite actors of all time. Great movie. I still know all the words to all the songs. All of them, even the one... Hugh, do you like all the songs? Do you like them all? Because I don't like all of them. I like most of them. There's some of the slower ones. I was kind of like, but most of them are good. Pretty good movie. Painting can be beautiful, but I don't want to bang a painting. Fair enough. I look like Danny DeVito and paintings make me jizz. Never forget. Okay. What then, D-Bergs? They are mostly excellent. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, like I said, I agree. They're mostly good, but and some of them were like even in my head for a little bit after watching it. Not so bad. Not a bad musical at all. The budget was 1.3 million. It's not telling me what it made though. Sometimes it's hard to find a budget. IMDb makes you pay to know the budget now, it seems, which is stupid. But yeah. Anyway, I'm running out of stuff to say about this, I think. Might move on. I generally like this. I've been talking about it for a bit. Awards, eh? Oh, I just don't want to sneeze. I'll just like do that instead of... Ooh, yeah, we're good. Woo! I clicked on Legacy. What does that even mean? The cast. Okay, yeah, Winslow Leach, I should mention, is the Phantom's actual name. In the story. Ooh, awards. Ooh, this film was nominated for Academy Award. I didn't know that. That's cool. But I guess it didn't win though. For original song and score and adaptation, and a Golden Globe Award for Best Original Score. That's cool. That's cool. I think I talked about that, Huey. I did mention that. Did you just get here, Goo Man? I think so. I think he did. I think I did explain that, Dad. I just got here, yes. Doug was reviewing Critters and said the bounty hunters were Goo Man, and I said your dad's a Goo Man. And now I've got to go again. Bye, Dad. Thanks for dropping in, my friend. Bye, Daddy. Bye, Daddy. You are Hugh's Goo. Okay, Stevie. Damn it, Hugh Goo. Okay, hi, Daddy. Bye, Daddy. Your mom is the best original score. Okay. Great job, bud. Gotta go. Woo, Brenda. I'm a woo man. Okay, guys. Let's rate this movie. I like it, though. Not just a goo man. Oof, good luck. Indeed. Okay, here we go. Serenading continues. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say, but this is what I'm going with. 7.5. As the Pickle Man would say, everything 7.5 all the time. 7.5 out of 10. Oh, good human. Just staying to see the rating. Well, 7.5 out of 10. I hope that suffices. Probably a little low, but not unreasonable. I appreciate that. I feel like it's fair. I don't know, just some of the songs where I didn't love was mainly, maybe it could have given a little higher, but yeah, ratings always change for me. They change a lot throughout, and for anything, and I think for anyone, I can't speak for everybody, but I think that's, and not every movie, but if you watch something when you're 6, your opinion will probably change if you watch it when you're 42 again. Probably at least a little anyway. What we got? I've got a goo, or I mean go. Get the doctor guy to write a song about the ooey gooey boogle human. The proctologist. Later, hearts. Purple hearts. Continues. Nice one. Okay, let's keep it moving on. This, I rated it 7.5 out of 10. Moving on. Stevie, I don't know if you want to talk with me about this one, but I'll open up Discord just in case, because I'm going to need to anyway, eventually, to talk to G-Birds. But this is your show, Golden Girls. So if you want to talk to me about it, come on down to the Booty Movie Chat, or Movie Talk, and, you know, we can talk about it together if you want, but if not, I'll say my very limited knowledge of it. I feel like you're... Oh, okay. No, that's okay. No, fair enough. That's cool. I just thought you might want it, but that's okay. I will talk about it then. I liked it, kind of. Like, I know I'm not the demographic, but I enjoyed it. Like, I laughed. Probably more than I even thought I would, so that was cool. Let's Wikipedia it. Let's see here. Golden Girls. So, basically to me, it's a sitcom for people that don't know, from the 80s. And I guess it probably ran into the 90s too. It started in 85, I think. Golden Girls. Let's just look up season 1, because that's all I'm talking about today. That's all I watched. But yeah, season 1 of Golden Girls. So the main characters, the Golden Girls, if you will, are, and I'll give a brief sort of synopsis of their character. You got Betty White, or Rose. I'm just gonna close the window for a sec. Just hearing stuff outside, distracting me slightly. Okay, but yeah, Betty White / Rose. She's from Minnesota, sort of the dumb one, I guess, kinda, but she's also really like endearing and nice. And honestly, I laugh at her maybe the most. She's up there for my favorite character, possibly. Blanche is the slutty one, basically. And then there is Sophia, who is, to me, I've said the no nonsense Italian grandma, but she's had a little bit of nonsense, but she's a little bit strict, sassy, if you will, sassy Italian grandma, maybe, might be the better description. And then there's Dorothy, who's sort of like the reasonable, logical, responsible one. She's a teacher. Yeah. I don't know, was that bad? Oh, here we go. Here's the Stevie talk. But I've seen a bunch of episodes and clips over the years, you know. Oh, I know. Look up Susan Harris. She's like 100 now, but she looks like a 50-year-old cougar. Saint Olaf. She fucked Charlie to death. Sophia is a brat, but we love her. I like Sophia. She made me laugh too. She's the older one. So Sophia's Dorothy's mother, and they all live together in this house that is Blanche's house. I think Blanche, her story is that she married rich. So, but her husband, I think, died, and correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, who? Okay, G-Bergs, I'm assuming you want me to smoke out the bomb, but if you want me to smoke out of to do the dab, I have it here too, but I feel like you probably want the bomb. But you know, I like Golden Girls way more than I thought I would. It's like actually pretty funny. Well written than like a lot of sitcoms now, I would say. Definitely like this more than The Big Bang Theory, I would say. Oh yeah, Bong. I figured. Um, I remember being a little kid and seeing Dorothy and thinking, fine, if I have to be a lady when I grow up, I want to be like that grandma. That's fair. Oh yeah, Bong. Look up Susan Harris. Okay, I forgot. Just a sec. Before I forget, I guess. Boo boo boo. She's 100 years old. Still? I mean, oh, what's her? I'm gonna look now. This might be her a little while ago. Now. And she looks pretty good if she's 100. That's amazing. She looks like 55 if she's actually 100. Well, I looked her up. Anyway, she's got long blonde hair. Oh yeah, no, it's definitely her. I'm looking at her. But you know, she looks. If she's 100, then she looks better than anybody. That's insane. Yeah, if she's actually that old, that's crazy. But yeah, weed, right? Yeah, that's right. I didn't forget G Briggs. You know me, baby. Alright, window. First of all. And again, thanks for the bong, man. This is a nice bong. Let's get it close. We didn't show it real close. Let's check that out. Check out that bong. It's nice. It's got the percolator action. It's blue and white, or clear, I guess, not white, but whatever. Yeah, I like nice bong. Anyway, here we go. Oh yeah. Where's Stevie's birthday bong? You didn't demand a bong when on Twitch. Maybe that's why. Cause I was like, I can't smoke out of a bong because I don't have a bong. You have to buy me a bong. I didn't think actually anyone would actually buy me a bong. So thank you. Are you sans bong? Boop. Okay, she's at 80, not 100. But still, that's pretty good though. That's still quite impressive. I demanded he give you a bong. Yeah, I get okay. If you're taking credit for this, then you could have that. Sure, I appreciate it, Stevie. Thanks for demanding it. Still looks 55. Next time I'm getting weed. All right, let's keep it moving on. What we're talking about we're talking about the Golden Girls. This it's not a movie. It's a TV show. I only watched season 1, but and I watched it pretty quick. Stevie gave me this for my birthday, this season of the Golden Girls. And yeah, I'd never watched it. I'm not the demographic. I guess it's like middle-aged to older women is the demographic. And it's still funny. Like, it's well written. I'm just gonna close the window again. Just cause it's a little loud out there. But yeah, no, this show's way funnier than I thought it was gonna be. But yeah, it's good, well written, pretty well written. Boo. Golden Girls originally aired on NBC in the United States between September 14th, 1985 and May 10th, 1986. This is the season 1. But the whole show ran 7 seasons, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Stevie. Let's see. Still looks 55, yeah. Yes, in case you weren't aware, the world revolves around me and the sun shines out my ass. Did I grow up to be Dorothy? What do the gals talk about? Cheesecake. How much cheesecake did they eat? In this season, there was like, I think I counted 3 episodes or so with the cheesecake. And that's what I was wondering. I was like, when is the cheesecake coming? They better be and they did get to it. Thank goodness. Yeah! And then the last episode of the season was a How They Met episode, which I kind of like. And at the end of the episode, they're all fighting the whole episode. And at the end, they resolve their problems basically because of cheesecake. It's funny. Drunk and stoned. Nice. Yeah! Party. Cheesecake. Boo 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 boo. I haven't had cheesecake in a while, but I like it. I'm a fan of cheesecake. I get why the Golden Girls like it. But yeah, I don't know. This show's pretty funny. The power of cheesecake. Yeah, never forget. That's like basically the narrative of this show is is that cheesecake is the almighty, and you should always have it in your fridge in case you're sad. No, I'm just kidding. But it's funny. You could take that away from it, I guess. But this show's funny. Like I said, Betty White. Betty White is in this, and she's probably the most famous of the actors that are in it. But they're all good. They all do a pretty good job. And yeah, Dorothy's also really sarcastic. I said she was the logical one. She's also quite sarcastic. Because Betty White her character will often say something sort of dumb, I guess, like she'll say something obvious and then Dorothy will say something really sarcastic to respond. That happens a lot in the show. But how many cheesecakes did they eat? I think it was 3. Drunk, or 4 because they like ate, because they ate like 2 in that one episode because they did a flashback, and then I think there was like 2 other episodes, so maybe 4 if I had to guess, but I could be wrong. 4 cheesecakes in the season 1 of Golden Girls. Only one still alive somehow. Yeah, Betty White was in a show about being old like 40 years ago. It's pretty crazy, and she's still alive. That's a meme too, I think, but it's true. It's pretty crazy. Good for her, She's 99 or 100 now, I think. She's pretty old. It becomes a meme, more of a meme later on. Ain't that the truth? Cheesecake. But I enjoyed the show. I was kind of cranking through the episodes, and I'll talk about my DVD player because I watched the other 2 other movies on here on my DVD player. But my DVD player is weird. It's so weird. When you play a DVD, it just puts a big black screen. Like, it doesn't cover the whole screen, but it's just like poof, pop. It plops in the middle. But there's a way to fix this. You just gotta keep turning off the TV and turning it on again. And that gets rid of the black screen. But if you rewind ever, then the black screen comes back on. So you gotta, or the black square, I should say. It doesn't cover the whole screen. The black square comes on the screen. And so you pause it, you turn it off again. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that. It was so, like, watching DVDs is kind of weird, but I'm sort of used to it now. Yeah, I make it work. Yeah, she's immortal. Hold your pee and take no calls. Yeah, well, you don't. You can pause it and play it, I think is fine. It won't do anything, but if you rewind, which I do sometimes, quite often actually, if I miss something, I go back to, especially if I'm reviewing it, I'll go back and see. But yeah, that'll put a black square on the screen if I'm doing that on a DVD. But I'm pretty used to it now, and I do it pretty quick, getting through it. But yeah, I watched this season in like 3 days. It's like a disc a day, give or take, 3 discs in the season, 25 episodes, I think. But yeah, no, not bad. Not a bad show. I get why it has a huge following. I get why people love this show. I get why Stevie loves this show. It's a show about friendship. It's a strong friendship bond that gets through. Yes, cheesecake is a big part of it, but it's more so a show about friends. And you could call this, it's sort of like the show Friends before Friends, but with old people. Sort of old and all women. It's sort of like that, an all female version of Friends, and there's only 4 of them. That's another difference, but it's sort of similar. And this is debatably funnier than Friends, but I'm not sure because I haven't seen the whole show. And I like Friends, but I don't know. It'd be hard to say. Old woman Friends, yeah, it's basically like that. Oh, and one thing I wanted to mention, Golden Girls, yeah, exactly. Is that the idea, like the golden age? Is that what the idea behind the name is? But what was I gonna say? Golden Girls. Oh yeah, the first episode, the pilot episode. So this is something that I thought was interesting. This is definitely funnier than Friends. G Berg says it. Oh, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The theme song. Every single time, man. Every single time, it's like, thank you for being a friend. And I'll be like, and I'm grooving every single time to that song. So 100 thumbs up for the theme song. Extremely well written theme song, in my opinion. I really like it. But the show's not perfect, but it's better than a lot of sitcoms, I think. And one thing, that was kind of weird was, but it was not a huge problem, it was still a little weird, with, they had a character in the beginning of the show, the first episode, but he's only in the first episode, he probably didn't test well, that's my theory. He was sort of like their servant or something, like he helped out and like was cooking for them, but they didn't really explain it. Maybe they would have explained that more if he would have tested well, he would have kept being in the show, but he's just gone after that first episode. So I figured he didn't test well. That was my theory. And they cut this manservant character from Golden Girls. The gay butler. Yeah, the gay butler. There you go. They just cut him, and I thought he was kind of okay, but I would have at least liked them to explain him a little more, but they didn't give him a chance because he was gone. But I get that, I guess. If he didn't test well, he's out of there. It is what it is. Unless they bring him back, but probably not. They usually, once you're done, you're done. But again, this is just the first season, so it's all I know. Our song is Slam Screened Up, magical song. Oh yeah, no, you're saying our song is the Golden Girls theme song. Hell yeah. Susan pushed hard. Oh, please don't fail me now. Okay, no, we're good. No, I don't want to open photos. Susan pushed hard for him. She's written the best shit, and I won't shut up about her. And she's an entire smoke show. Fair enough. Yeah, no. She's looking very, very good for her age, for sure, right? You would not guess that she's 80. That's crazy. Susan okay, I get it. I didn't have any problem with the gay butler, but like I said, I would have liked a little more. I would have liked to see him. His character I could have liked him if he gave me more of him, maybe. she showed up on an episode of Soap. Oh, I'm familiar with that show, which she also wrote for. That makes sense. As a hooker in a police station. Oh, okay, right, yeah, yeah. Cause Soap is pretty crazy sitcom, making fun of soap operas, which I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes of. It was the 80s and we weren't ready for the gay butler. I guess so. Hey, too bad, but so sad. But yeah, I thought that was something that was noteworthy to address, because that happens in a lot of shows where there's something in the pilot that didn't quite make it to the regular show, and I always find that interesting, because sometimes it's a big change, you know. Apparently, and I don't know how true this is. Apparently, the pilot, and correct me if I'm wrong if people know that this is bullshit, but the pilot for, this is what I've heard, the pilot for Seinfeld, Jerry's character was supposed to be completely different. It was supposed to be more like Newman's character, sort of like not sure of himself and more nerdy, I guess, but they changed that. And I don't know if that's true, but apparently that's another sort of case of that. If it is true, and even if it's not true, that would be a case of that. Anyway, look it up if you care. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. The Golden Girls Season 1. I'm running out of stuff to say about it. I enjoyed it. There's some good episodes. I think this show covers like good topics for the most part. Like they have an episode about like wills and about death and stuff, and it's not in this season, but I remember I'm calling this a meme. It's like a video. It was a video meme. It was like a clip of Golden, or like a scene from, or maybe a few scenes from an episode of Golden Girls from obviously a later season than season 1, but it had like text saying, "Wow, Golden Girls got it right all these years before," and it was a piece on the Confederate flag and why it's like pretty disrespectful to display the Confederate flag, and that was in the 80s or whatever. So like that's way ahead of its time. So yeah, that's impressive. But there are some things that it's just a product of the times. It didn't age well. Like the term Indian giving, I noticed, was used at one point, which that just didn't age well. But you sort of just let things slide. They didn't know at the time that it was racist, I guess, and I'm pretty sure they didn't. They probably wouldn't have done it if they thought it was. But yeah, no, that's just sort of like a victim of the times things. Fuck Seinfeld. Do they have jobs, friends, adventures? Seinfeld, they sort of have adventures, but that's sort of the point. Is that it was famously quoted as, or someone, I forget who said that, the show about nothing, but it's not really the show about nothing. The creators have even said that it's more a show about a comedian trying to. It shows where he gets his material from. That's what the show's really supposed to be about. But that's Seinfeld. That's how you sneak better values to old racists, appeal to them. Yes, and that's smart. And and sneaking in those lessons. That's good. And I noticed that obviously that wasn't in the season, but when I was watching that clip, I was like, that's cool. Because it was still so relevant now, right? All these years later, pretty crazy. No, those were prompts for Golden Girls. Oh, okay. I get. Well, they do. I think Golden Girls do have jobs, or at least in this season. Like Dorothy's a teacher. Maybe Blanche doesn't have a job, or maybe she does. Oh no, she works in a museum. She's getting a degree. And then Betty White works as a grief counselor for a bit. Still fighting for gay butlers to exist in public. Hell yeah. One day we'll get there, Stevie. Anyways. Yeah, I am running out of stuff to say about this now, though. Like, yeah, no, I like this show. Like I said, I'm not really the demographic, and maybe I didn't love it, but I generally and genuinely liked it. And laughed aloud quite a bit, actually. Yeah, debatably better than Friends. G. Berg says definitely better than Friends. Here we go. I'm gonna rate it. Unless there's anything I'm really missing that, if I'm not mentioning, I'll mention Stevie. Let me know. But I'm gonna rate it though anyway. Let's give it a good old rating.